Folks, we want to welcome to the show for the first time ever, actually. This is a fun one because our show's been on long enough and we've invited guests on for a long time, but we get to not only welcome the MLP Canadian Tag Team Champions, but also some names that if you haven't seen them, you've been waiting for way too long. So we want to welcome to the show right now, the one and only Sheldon Jean and Brent Banks First Faction. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. We appreciate it.
Oh, of course. How y'all feeling this morning?
Good. I feel good. I feel strong. How about you, bro?
Real good.
Yeah.
Ready.
Getting excited for a busy weekend of tapings. You're in Windsor tonight and tomorrow for MLP. You'll be taping some MLP Mayhem. And of course, October 2nd is a big show, Northern Rising, sold out, coming up at Maple Leaf Gardens, the Mattamy Athletic Center in Toronto. What was the feeling like when you guys heard this is a sold out show and Adam Copeland's going to be there? What kind of the feeling when that happened?
Well,
huge.
Yeah. Well, we sold out the Garden last time. So this time with Adam Copeland, I reckon that it was going to happen pretty quickly. Maybe not this quickly, but considering the show's in over a month and we're already sold out, that's like very exciting and a testament to everything that MLP has been over the last 2 years, just secretly, slowly, like digging away. And now we're finally here. So it's exciting stuff, but we got to deliver, obviously.
Well, just so you know, the current MLP Canadian Tag Team Champions, just a small reason why that place sold out. I'm just saying.
I was being humble. Yeah,
I didn't want to see that.
I was being humble.
Sheldon, I don't know you to be humble, so I appreciate that.
I was going to ask, being the Canadian Tag Team Champions, you are, part of the faces of MLP. How does it feel to kind of be a part of MLP now that they're on TV weekly with Mayhem, have so much momentum heading into Northern Rising? How does it feel to be in that position?
The only word to describe it, like to simplify it, would be it just feels right. It obviously we're grateful for the opportunity. MLP as a whole is a godsend for all Canadian wrestlers, and we're definitely aware of that. But if you would have told us years ago that, hey, you and Banks are going to be tag champions of the biggest Canadian promotion there's ever been, I would believe you. It sounds believable. So it does sound right, but it comes with a responsibility just as far as the rare opportunity that MLP is giving us. And I think Brent and I, more so than anybody, are really taking advantage of that. I think a lot of other people could be in the position that we're in and just be happy to be there. But Brent's been in the game for so long. I've been in the game for a while, and it's not like we're just happy to be here. We actually have goals and aspirations and whatnot. So the idea of just being happy to be here and being grateful, that's not enough for us. So it's very exciting, and we're locked in.
Yeah, just being a Canadian wrestler for as long as I have, there's been so many things that kind of came in and out of the scene, and just to have something like this finally for Canadian wrestlers, it's just a huge thing. I've been waiting for so long for something like this. I've seen so many things come and go, come in and out, and say that like the big thing, they can do so much for this scene. But I think Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is going to do something real big for the Canadian scene. It's going to help a lot of Canadian talent from now until forever.
Even just to slowly add on to that is like there are Canadian wrestlers that could have benefited from MLP that have retired since, that have stopped since, just because the timing didn't work. MLP wasn't around when they were in their heyday per se. So it's almost would be disrespectful for us to not give everything and really take advantage of this for the guys that didn't have this opportunity. Even if you look at someone like Josh Alexander, he ended up doing just fine, but he could have benefited from MLP being in his career 10 years ago. Luckily, we're in that sweet spot, so I'm definitely not going to waste it.
Yeah, you mentioned, Brent, you've been in this business, I read, it was about 20 years now. Is that correct?
Yep.
When I found that out a couple of weeks ago when I was in Montreal, and Speedball Mike Bailey said the same thing, 20 years, and I said, oh my God, I'm getting old. But also you guys have been staples in this Canadian wrestling world for as long as you have. Talk to me about coming up in those 20 years, because you come up with Josh Alexander, with Ethan Page, with Sebastian Suave, who's a big member of the indie family as well in Canada, and RJ City and Evil Uno, who's a fixture on MLP as well. Talk to me about those times in the business, starting out with all those dudes, and just kind of what were the aspirations? What were you sharing with each other? Maybe what you weren't sharing with each other? Talk to me about that time.
Well, time definitely flies, as they say. but I mean, it was tough at times. I mean, it's just that you're having so much fun. Your aspirations are to get to some sort of television show, sign some sort of contract to be a professional wrestler for years, right? So just over the time, you just kind of get in the groove and just start having fun when you're doing, just trying to hone your craft, and hopefully something will pop up. Maybe there's opportunities to get into WWE, TNA, maybe even AEW. But now I feel like I don't feel like I'm just spinning my wheels anymore here in Canada. I feel like MLP is something that like I could just be proud of here and like have an actual real goal after all these years. I mean, I've been having fun. That's how I've been doing it for so long. But now I feel like I can really sink my teeth into something. And I think MLP is going to do this.
So, Sheldon, you spent a couple of years on weekly television before with TNA, and you spent a lot of time, working with different veterans, most notably Kenny King. Kind of tell us what that experience being in TNA helped you with being on weekly television that you're using now that you're on MLP Mayhem every single week.
Yeah, there's no teacher like experience. So whether that version of Sheldon thought he was ready and good, whether he was right or wrong, there's nothing like experience. So having the week to week experience of just the ins and outs of TV, that was invaluable. Having Kenny King, someone that had been in the game for so long, and not just in the game, on TV for a very long time. People don't realize how valuable those people in the locker room are. So I'm using everything, and I think that's where I benefit most. I say I'm good at a lot of things, but I actually think I'm very good at learning and applying from other people's mistakes and my old mistakes, etc. So everything from even before TNA to being on TNA has helped me cultivate the person that I am now. The confidence doesn't just come from belief in myself, it's experience. And after a while, when you've been in the game for long enough and you're actively trying to get better from your experiences, it turns out the way it has turned out thus far for me. So I'm grateful for it, and I'm still learning in many regards. But just because I'm still learning doesn't mean I'm not confident in my ability.
So, Sheldon, you mentioned invaluable experiences. Let's talk about one this past weekend. You were at Minneapolis. You have a WWE tryout, did you?
I did. Yes, sir. I did last week.
Talk to us about the experience. Talk to us about how that all came about, the feelings, the opportunity, everything. Let's get into it.
Yeah, well, they contacted me a couple months ago and told me. So since then, I've just been overly training. It's funny. I didn't really have to change too much of my regimen because I'm already training pretty hard constantly. But I tweaked it a little bit just because I didn't want to waste this opportunity. Obviously, it was exactly as advertised. A lot of eyes on you, a lot of faces, a lot of like unreal athletes from different sports all around the world. Like all the horror stories we hear about the tryouts are real in terms of the cardio, what they're looking for. You can't just stand out with wrestling. They very accurately say they're not just looking for good wrestlers. They're not just looking for good talkers. They're looking for superstars. And there's a difference between all three of those things. I'm very confident and content with my showing. I think I showed pretty much the best version of Sheldon Jean. Obviously I'm not perfect, but I'm very content with the showing I had. And that's what all the work leading up to it was for. I said, okay, it all comes down to this week of this tryout. So I'm just going to try my best to show the best that I can do. And I came pretty close. So I'm content with it.
What do you think was your strongest moment in that tryout?
Man, I was pretty steady the whole time, but I think just in terms of in comparison to other people, I'll always stand out when it comes to verbally speaking and communicating. It's just one of those things. Yeah.
They were both.
I was waiting. For that.
Like cosign.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same time.
It's just one of those things. And at the same time, to link it to MLP and Canadian wrestling, I was the only Canadian wrestler there. And like just knowing that, I said, okay, like I'm not letting anybody look at this from afar and be able to say, oh, I should be there. Why is it just Sheldon there? So just on the strength of Canadians not always having the most opportunity, I made sure I gave my complete best effort.
Did you get any advice from anyone before you went out? Because I know there have been other Canadians that have done the tryouts, other people you've worked with that may have given you some parting words before you went off to Minneapolis.
Yeah, I really mean it when I say I learn from everybody else's experiences as well. Bhupinder, not Canadian, but lives here in Windsor. He recently had a tryout in January, I believe. So once I got the call, he was the first person I contacted, and I picked his brain for pretty much a month about what they did, how they were doing it, what he felt they were looking for, what they actually said. So I just, the way I am, just psychologically deduced everything and formulated the best game plan to go into last week.
So I have a simple question for y'all, and it's probably a question that y'all get a lot. What does First Faction mean, and what brought you guys together?
This is a me question.
Yep.
I'm not sure Brent knows the answer. I'm not sure, Brent.
I mean, he's the mastermind behind this whole
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah,
you can start this one off.
I think First Faction is a combination of what happens when people have been overlooked for long enough and they've incubated enough like resentment and aggression, and they just decide to team up with the most random counterparts to come together and get things done. First Faction quite literally means we're the first faction of MLP. And I said, hey, if we're the first faction, why would we not name ourselves that? Has a good ring to it as well. But it really is just a combination of guys. Brent's been doing this for 20 years. He's been in my opinion, he's been one of the best in the country for 20 years. And sometimes there are people that just need a specific situation so they can blossom. It's not that they can't blossom. It's just you need a certain circumstance. This isn't like basketball or football where if you score 30 points, you score 30 points. In wrestling, there are people that are capable of amazing things, but if they don't get the opportunity, you're never going to know. Strength in numbers. I have been in the game a while, not as long as Brent, longer than Bryce. So I think the combination of having different people from three different avenues linking together just helps all of us at this specific moment in our career, at this specific inception of MLP. So it's just strength in numbers, boys.
This is why I sent the question to him, because he covered all avenues.
Yeah.
He checked off all the boxes.
Yeah.
And what is it, Brent? I mean, just to give you a word, like, what does it mean to you to be in a faction with these guys? And you're all from different timelines in your wrestling careers.
I mean, it's great. When I started here in MLP, 0 wins, no wins in the win column. And the second I teamed up with these guys, very like-minded, the same goal. The second I teamed up with them, started getting wins, and now I'm a tag team champion, Canadian tag team champion. So I think I made the right call teaming up with these guys.
Yeah. It
Sounds like you're in the right spot.
There's just something about like numbers and being formidable. I think whether we had the titles or not, us rolling together, having someone as good as Brent, so having someone at my level, like just wrestling together at the same time in the same place, like there's a certain respect that you can't deny. And I think that's why the titles inevitably gravitated towards us, even though we hadn't tagged before, we haven't teamed before. I don't even think I had wrestled Brent before, but like in a singles match. But there's something about numbers and appearing and feeling formidable. And Bryce is super young, like he's a kid, and he's very talented and has a bright future. And I just think if for all of us, he's in the best position just because he has the most time, right? Yeah.
Sheldon, did you compete in Canadian Big Brother?
I did. I did.
You lasted 4 weeks if my research shows correctly.
Well, just for the audience, the entire cast lasted 4 weeks. The pandemic broke out while I was in the house, so I was never eliminated.
He just had to put that out
so
there.
We're clear.
He wasn't eliminated.
Just to clarify even more, not only was I not eliminated, but I was the current head of household. I was the first contestant to ever win back-to-back head of households. So not only was I in the best position,
give it up for him.
Not only was I in the best position in the house, I was in one of the greatest positions there's ever been, and I only played for 4 weeks. But the pandemic inevitably won.
Did you ever think of rebranding your wrestling career and calling yourself the head of household?
It just doesn't have a ring to it, but the thought did cross my mind. We tried, we tried to figure out something, but it didn't work out.
Is that how you thought that response was going to go?
I completely forgot.
It's a trigger. It's a trigger. It's a trigger
no.
for me. It's a trigger for me, man. It was 5 or 6 years ago. I'm over it now, but pretty devastating when it happened, man. I was on fire. I was on fire.
Damn.
You know what's funny? I had that question in an old Google Keep doc that I keep for wrestlers that like I'm trying to interview. And at the time,
Yeah.
I think you were coming to either C4 Wrestling or Greektown or one of the indies that I was covering. And I was like, I gotta ask Sheldon about Canadian Big Brother. I completely forgotten that was around pandemic time. That's amazing.
Yeah. No, I learned about the pandemic in the house. There's footage of this everywhere. It's like a viral clip because it's very rare to have 15 people not know about the pandemic and you have 60 cameras around them to get their reaction. It was unreal. It was unreal.
Would you do it again if you were offered an opportunity for Big Brother?
That's the $1 million question. I get asked that at least once a week. I'd have to get asked first to know. I just don't know. But there's something about unfinished business that as humans we're just not okay with.
That's a yes. He would do it.
We're just not okay.
What about other reality shows that take from Big Brother? Because a lot of Big Brother players transfer over to like Challenge or Traders.
Yeah,
I think you would do great at Traders.
What you just said, I don't know any of those two shows, but everybody tells me I should do those two shows. With that being said, I'm a wrestler. I'm not a reality TV guy. I just happen to love Big Brother. I grew up watching Big Brother. I just happen to like it. It's a strategic game, but I'm not a reality TV. You're not going to see me on Love Island. You're not going to see me.
No,
you're not going to see me do this nonsense.
That's what I was thinking.
It's just Big Brother was just an obscure dream that I had that I happened to be able to do. Like I can be the biggest wrestler in the world. If somebody asked me to play Big Brother, I'm going to consider it. Like it's one of those things. So, no. No.
Have you ever played Clue or seen the game Clue?
Like the board game?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
The Traders is the reality show version of that. I think you would do great on it.
I know it's a strategic game.
Yeah.
But there's just no love. There's no love from me for it.
Okay.
I loved Big Brother. Like I understand. I can't just play every strategic game. But like you know what I mean? I do appreciate it and I do believe I'd probably do well in it, but like there's no love.
You see where you guys started?
Yeah.
Asking that.
You guys triggered.
You got him. He was trying to close it up, put it away. You just
that's hilarious.
That's fine. It'll get you ready for the tapings tonight. It'll get you ready. The adrenaline pumping for Windsor.
Send him the next question. I gotta calm down.
Anything that happens to our opponents, it's your fault.
I'll take it. That's fine. Brent, I'm curious about this. Could working shows at an anime convention work today? Working wrestling shows, because you've done that. You worked Anime North. This was years and years and years ago. Could you do something like that in 2026? How would it work? Do people need to be in costume? Like, how would it do?
You would 100% have to be in costume, because otherwise, I think I don't want to say it would be ridiculous, but I think it would work. I think it would draw a crowd because. I mean, these conventions are already pretty ridiculous as it is, right? So seeing a wrestling ring and people fighting each other in an anime convention would actually work, but you definitely have to be in costume.
Where did you do this?
Is it the convention center, Anime North?
When?
Like,
It's 2010.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's before my time. Yeah. Wow.
I'm pretty sure I was like, I believe I was Deathstroke. On that show.
That's pretty cool. That's
not to break kayfabe here. Sorry, I was under the Deathstroke suit. Sorry,
that's pretty cool.
That was me.
That's pretty cool.
The statute of limitations passed, so you're
you're fine. You're fine. Well, to bring it back to Northern Rising one last time, you like we said before, you got Cope coming in. Cope is currently one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. All right, is there any chance that you guys are gonna kind of call him out and maybe set up a tag team match in the future? You can't have another tag team champion walking into your company. I'm just saying.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, you said it right. We can't just have him come in here and not at least greet us at the door, right? This is our house, right?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. But to be more specific, like obviously all respect to Adam Copeland, grew up watching him, big fan, personally actually a big fan. However, like this is ours, We're not just the tag champions. It's not just like a tag division. I hate when people say, "Oh, they're the top of the tag division." It's like, no, we're the best thing in MLP. We're the most consistent thing in MLP. Look at all of the shows, even the shows that aren't televised, etc. We're the staple. We're the operative variable. So he can show up for the show. He can help sell out the Garden. That's cool. A lot of people show up for these shows. They come and they go. It's fine. But if anybody's gonna like make a claim and try to say that they're the champions here or they run MLP, then unfortunately we're gonna have to have a discussion, because I don't take kindly to that. Yeah, it's just a respect thing at this point.
All right.
With all due respect,
Yeah, it's just a respect.
we're just gonna bookend that with,
You
all due
know,
respect.
you can't just show up every 6 months or every other show and just try to be the main event guy every time. Like, that's just no.
Yeah.
No. Not in this country, not in my country.
So before we let you go, we have a little game that we like to play. It's
Okay.
called Partner Promo Punch in the Face. You guys are actually the first tag team that we get to do this with, because normally we don't have everyone together. So we're going to have fun with this. So Partner Promo Punch in the Face is simple. I'm going to give you 3 teams, actually, and you're going to pick which one you want to promo with. So on the microphone, 2-on-2, which one you want to tag with, and I guess what would be an all-star 8-man tag, and then which one you want to punch in the face, have a tag team match with. So the 2 of you will have to work together with these 3 teams to figure out which ones you want to partner promo punch in the face. You ready?
Yeah, right.
It's the Good Brothers, SSB, for those who don't remember, that's Uno and Stu
Yeah.
Grayson, and Fresh Air, talking about Junior Benito and McCray Martin. Partner, promo, punch in the face.
Well, we took the titles from the Good Brothers,
We quite literally punched the Good Brothers
so
in the face.
we're gonna just
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah. That's for certain. As far as promo, I think we're going a promo against them.
Yeah.
Yep.
We torch both of them. So I saw
And I
that.
got to pick the one you tag with instead.
Yeah. I've fought. I don't like Stu. We've fought too many times. I don't like the idea that he's like the best guy to up the knife. So like we're not partnering with Stu.
no.
We'll tag with Fresh Air of Junior and McRae, and then we'll promo. We'll kill the Smash Bros on the mic. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I can deal with that. So in the meantime, before they do all of those things, you can check out MLP Mayhem. In Canada, it airs on TSN on Wednesdays. If you're international, My AEW hosts the show on Thursdays. They're going to be in Windsor this weekend. Show's sold out. Great opportunity to come and see them if you got tickets. And if you can't, October 3rd, because I misspoke earlier, October 3rd is Northern Rising in Toronto. Show is also sold out, but guess what? You never know when someone's going to have a ticket ready for you. So just keep in mind that these 2 guys here, these Canadian Tag Team Champions, First Faction, Sheldon, Jean, and Brent Banks, are going to be there. And you can too. So boys, before we let you go, I'll let you put yourselves over, get your socials out there, and tell people where they can find you.
I think you need this more than me.
Hello, world. My name is Brent Banks, Brent Money Banks, and you can find me on Instagram at _Banks.
He's a very difficult person to find. So
Nope, not.
He's a very difficult person to find. Sheldon Jean _ on everything. That's about it.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much. Have fun this
Thank you,
weekend.
fellas.
And
Thank you guys. God bless.
we're going to see you soon enough. Take care of yourselves.
Love.
Take care.
The one and only, the First Faction, talking about Sheldon, Jean, Brent Banks. Bryce Hansen is the other member of the faction as well. But of course, you know, when you get the tag champs, we bring on the tag champs. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to MLP. Looking forward to bringing on many more members of the MLP roster, because they're tearing it up, man. They've been having some really great shows, and they're showing up everywhere. So congrats to MLP. Hopefully they continue selling out and putting on some fantastic wrestling shows, and with great Canadian talent on board. Love it. There's plenty more over on Fightful Overbooked. Click that subscribe button, tap that bell, get your notifications. And while you're at it, like the videos, interact with them, say some stuff. We want to hear from you. While you're at it, join us every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, live for In the Weeds. You might like it.